Hello everybody, my name is Kirk and I'm going to do a little snow tutorial. I'm not the expert here, but I've been trying through trial and error to create a little blizzard effect and have been searching for tutorials. There are plenty out there. I was just trying to do something a little different. So I've done some preliminary work here. I got this picture of a snowy scene. I've already dropped it into the timeline, and I'm going to start by adding a solid. We'll name that snow and apply Trapcode particular. Don't see anything right off. Let's go across the timeline just a little bit so we can see what's going on. And let's go into the emitter settings. I'm going to bring this up to about 350 or so for now. Change the point to a sphere. We'll zero out all of these velocity settings. We don't really need those right now. And we're going to adjust the emitter size in X to about 3500. I like to keep it nice and wide. And then adjust the Y. I got to bring it up there quite a bit too, spread them out. And then I like the Z. It'll show up a little bit better shortly. Now let's bring this thing up to the top so that it's covering the entire screen. And as you'll notice, it comes down, but it looks a little weird. First thing we're going to do is we're going to grab our particular layer, our snow layer, just slide it over a little bit so that it's already started snowing. And then just bring this out to the end of the timeline. And the reason it's not coming down too well is because we have to adjust the air settings. So we're going to close up the emitter for the moment, go into the particle settings. First, I'm going to adjust the life of the particle. My timeline I'm going with is about 200 seconds, so I'm going to set this for about, 200 frames. I'm going to set this for about 10 seconds. And size is okay. Random size, I like to kick that up a little bit just to randomize things. Opacity, I go with about 50 or so, and then to drop this down to about 80. So makes it look a little bit more realistic. And let's see, that's good for the moment. Let's go down to the physics section, drop down the air, and this is where it starts to look good. We'll adjust the X just a little bit, just kind of make it go to the side, and now the Y is what's going to bring us down. So we'll drag that over. That's what's going to bring us down a little bit. Now to make it really look a little bit more realistic so that it's just not dropping down altogether, we're going to adjust the spin amplitude, which sort of randomizes the snowflakes a little bit. I like that. And adjust the spin frequency up just a tad. So if we just do a little quick RAM preview, we can see what's going on here. I think it's probably going down just a little too fast. So let's see what we can do about that. So let's play with the gravity settings. I'm going to adjust this to, let's try like -25 and see if that adjusts the speed much here. Yeah, that's quite a bit better. Now I'm not liking how it's seems to be collecting in the middle. So let's go back up to the emitter, and I'm going to widen this out a little bit more. I think it looks a little bit better, and give it just a few more flakes. Let's adjust the spin frequency up just a tad, and let's see how that looks. Not terribly bad. Now I want to bring this a little bit in, make it a little bit more 3D looking. See, some of those flakes can get kind of large. Now I'm starting to like how this looks. Now it's not perfect, but the flakes have some randomness to it. They're falling down. But let's adjust the wind just a little bit so that it goes off to one side. So you can see they're coming down there. Add a little wind. So if we wanted to really So if we wanted to really overdo it, we could really just pull that over, and now it's coming at an angle, which gets into the blizzard look that I'm talking about. It would just have to add more flakes and more randomness to it. But for now, I'm going to go back to more of a straight down look. If we add more flakes, here we go. Yeah. See, this is starting to look good. I think one thing that would make it look better is I made this tree stump, which I threw in here. Just kind of add a little to it. And then, of course, no snowy scene is complete until you have a snow bunny out there in the middle of the woods. Doesn't it look fine? And coincidentally, when I was looking up that image, I found a site dedicated to girls stuck, which is kind of interesting. That's where I found that one, stuck in the snow, and another one here. I don't know what's going on here. Another one stuck in the snow. So if you care to check that out, you can go to whatever Santa Banta and check that out. Now, to spice it up just a little bit, see the flakes seem to be coming mostly in front, and particular has this cool feature called I think under visibility, obscuration layer, and you can select your layer. So let's select the girl, and if you watch her, you'll see flakes. Those flakes disappear from the front of her. That's because it obscures them with her based on the Z depth, and so that makes some of the flakes appear to be falling down behind her. So now let's check this out. And that really just adds a little bit. Really just adds a little bit to it. Now to top this off, I'm going to add a bit of a blur. Fast blur, and let's see, yeah, there we go, just a little bit. And that makes the flakes look just a little softer, and I think it looks pretty nice. Okay, nothing is complete usually with just the particles, and this takes a lot of trial and error, but what we're going to do is we're going to add one of Andrew Kramer's Particle 04 from his new flower particles tutorial that he released. We're going to drag that down, put it on top of the girl for now. Let's change the transfer mode to add, and let's slide it over till it's really coming out pretty good right around here. Let's give that an adjustment layer. Not an adjustment layer, but a curves adjustment. Is that what we want to do? And now we're going to add an adjustment layer to darken things back up a tad. Get a curves adjustment. Darken it up. Let's bring some of that blue out of there too. It's extremely blue. Oh. Actually, let's go ahead and add a tint. Let's get a tint and then back it off a little. And then let's reset that curves and just darken it up. And now let's see what we got. So that's not too bad. It's a big chunk that comes out right there, so maybe we ought to scoot this down a little bit, get that out of the way there. So now it looks like we have quite a bit of snow coming through there, and she's probably getting pretty cold. Let's do one final RAM preview here. Now that's looking like a nice wintry scene. It can use a bit of adjustment. Color's still off, but who's counting? Now, let's give it a bit of a cinematic effect. Let's use Andrew Kramer's a correction. You know, we can put that right on the adjustment layer. Right there. And let's move all of this up just a little bit. Keep her in the frame. And that is what I'm talking about. And that is not too bad. Not too bad. There's plenty of things that can be done, but with the additional particles, that really helps spice it up. So be sure that you visit Andrew Kramer's website, and in the beginning, here's the free particle stock footage. Go there, cool stuff. Watch the tutorial, download the stock footage. There's 15 fantastic clips. And my name is Kirk, and I will see you later.